Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy NGF Kold, and I'm back with another video, man. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys went crazy on that last video that I dropped. And a lot of y'all were asking for a dribble tutorial, so here it is. And we're hella close to reaching 3,000 subscribers on here, man. I can't even believe it. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like the video for your boy. Also, check me out on all these other social media platforms, which are all linked in the description. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the very first thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is dribble styles. One of the most important things about dribbling this year. And since I'm 6'6", there are 3 main dribble styles that I use. Bron, Magic, and Zach LaVine. All of them have their pros and cons, but it really just depends on preference for the one that you want to use. So this is the crossover animation that Bron gets. It's not the best, but he does have the best same size speed boost out of all 3 of them. Here's what Magic's looks like. And he definitely has the best crossover animation. It's low-key glitchy too if you really know how to use it. But the thing about this dribble style is his speed boost to the same side is really slow, which is the main reason why I personally don't use it. And here's what Zach LaVine's looks like. This is what I was using in the beginning of 24 before I switched over to Bron. So I would suggest you try all 3 of these out and figure out which one that you like the most. So for this part of the vid, I'm gonna go over all my Sigs and how to do them individually, starting with this T-Max signature size up. So here's what a regular tween looks like. It's just an easy flick to the opposite ball hand. And this is what it looks like when you add a couple tweens and crosses together. I really like the way that these look because he's not doing too much and they're really fast. So just play around with these size up moves and get the rhythm and timing down. Next, let's move on to these 2 moves right here. To activate them is really easy. All you need to do is flick up on the right stick. During the game though, I never let this whole animation play out. I'm just showing y'all what it looks like. To activate the aggressive one, it's the same thing. All you need to do is hold RT with it though. And I actually kind of like the way this one looks. I'm gonna start using this one more often. And again, I never let those whole animations play out. I usually just speed boost out of them or I hit another move, just like this. Now let's get into these Trae Young escape moves. One of my favorite moves in the whole game. To trigger these animations, you gotta hold RT and flick the right stick towards the opposite side of the ball hand. Depending on which animation you wanna get, you wanna flick it directly left to right or diagonally up left to right. Diagonally will give you this big cross right here, and directly left to right will give you that between the legs. And that big between the legs move is one of my go-to moves this year. Both of these moves are really good for starting off your combos or adding them into your combos, which I'm gonna definitely get into later in this video. Just stay tuned. Next, I want to talk to you about this brand new De'Aaron Fox combo move that they just added this year. This move just gives me 2K16 Jamal Crawford vibes. So here's how you trigger it. So if the ball is in your left hand, then you flick the right stick right and left really quickly. And if the ball is in your right hand, then you flick the right stick left and right really quickly. And if I'm not making any sense, just watch the hand cam really closely. But this new move is definitely one of my favorite moves that they added this year. Now let's talk about Lonzo Ball's crossover. I use it for this quick snappy between the legs move right here. It's just a great move for a quick change of direction. And I'll be catching some ankles with it too. God damn, where is he going? He also has this little drop cross move right here. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't use this move at all. I'm just showing y'all what it looks like. Now I want to talk to y'all about Jamal Murray's behind the back. This move right here is a kill move. To trigger this move, you gotta hold RT and flick the right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. This is another move that's great for combos and it'll definitely get you open at that 3-point line. Just like right here, that Murray behind the back gave me all the space that I needed. And finally, I saved the best for last, that John Wall snatch back. This move is actually really easy to do. All you gotta do is hold RT and flick down on the right stick. But the amount of kills that I get with this move is actually insane. It's all about setting it up correctly, and the defender will bite damn near every time. And John Wall even has this hop back in his package. To trigger this one, all you gotta do is let go of everything and flick down on the right stick. I honestly don't use it often. It's just good to know that I have it in my bag though. Now that I got those regular Sigs out of the way, I want to show y'all how I pull off these momentum crossovers. Now these aren't easy, so I'm going to try my best to explain them. So you hold RT, and then you flick your right stick as if you're doing a crossover. and then shortly after your left stick will follow the direction that you did the crossover in. And of course, I can show you better than I can tell you, so I'm gonna put the hand cam in slow-mo so that you can follow. So look, right stick first, and then your left stick follows shortly after. Again, these aren't easy, and they take a little while to get used to, so don't be frustrated if you're not getting them on your first few tries. Just practice on triggering the animation just like this, and then you'll start to get used to it. And now once you learn how to do them on command, you can start stringing them together just like this. Then it's gonna start to look like you know what you're doing for real. But I promise, it all starts right here, knowing how to trigger it on command. There's a tween version of the momentum too, and you almost trigger it the same way, but instead of flicking it as if you're doing a crossover, flick it as if you're doing a tween. Here it is in slow-mo so that you can practice it. Pay close attention to the directions of my sticks. This one is slightly harder than a regular momentum, but as you can see, it's really similar. Again, just practice triggering the animation first, and then you can string them together. And then you'll start looking a little something like this. But trust me, that took a lot of practice. Now that you know how to do the momentum crossover, if you add a snatch to it, it could really be a kill, because it really makes it look like you're trying to move forward. This is one of my favorite combos because it works really well, and you can add anything that you want before or after it. So just play around with these, and try to pull them out in game and see how it works out for you. So with all the moves that I showed y'all, let me give you a couple combos to practice them with. This game is really all about stringing moves together, so try this out. Easy big cross, behind the back, momentum, snatch. And here's what it looks like when you put them all together. I promise you can get a kill doing that easy. Big cross, Jamal Murray, momentum, snatch. So now it looks like you know how to dribble a little bit, huh? Here's another combo for y'all to try out. All of these are moves that I showed you how to do already. It's just a matter of putting them together. So look, Trae Young, double behind the back, momentum, hot back. And you have multiple options that you can do after it. You can either take it to the rack, do an easy pull up, or even shoot it off the hot back if you're open. Alright, for this last combo, I wanted to recreate it and show you how I put it off with the hand cam. So watch my hand cam closely, and I started with the ball in my left hand. Momentum tween, regular momentum snatch. Let it hang for a bit, and then the tween behind the back. The hardest part is definitely in the first part. So here it is one more time in slow motion, and then I'll play it in real time. Tween, momentum, snatch. Tween again behind the back. I lucky messed it up right there, but y'all know what I meant to do. Hey man, well I hope this was helpful, and if it was for you, drop me a like, and if you made it all the way to the end of this video, put the word handles in the comments to show me that you're a real one. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.